to our series Back to School Again. Last week, Lester took a trip back in time to his old junior high, and then Jenna toured her old college campus. Now it's my turn, so I set the Wayback Machine to high school.
Yes, that's me in high school. Let's just get the embarrassment out of the way now. In my defense, big hair was cool back then. 18 years later, my first stop at Brookwood High is a place that didn't exist when I was here.
Good morning, Brookwood. I'm Danielle Barker, your Around Brookwood in Minutes morning anchor, and today
The school's TV studio.
Amy Robach, 1991 BHS graduate. We're excited to have you with us today.
Thank you. You said 1991. That's the year I graduated. What year were you born?
1992.
That hurts. Yeah, so Lester, I think I've got some competition.
In economics class, a familiar face, my old classmate Craig, is now the teacher. He showed me a new tool called an instant response system. He asked questions. Students type the answer on a device called an egg.
You don't have to raise your hand anymore?
You don't have to. I mean, and half these kids don't want to. They just want to shout it out.
We asked them to send us a message. New technology, same high school humor. Coach's students are fans.
Coach Whitmer is the flyest cat I've ever met in my life.
What does that mean?
That means he's fresh. That means he's dope. That means if there was a person who was the freshest, it'd be Coach.
Is fresh good?
Fresh is good.
New lingo, new learning tools, new classes, like bioengineering, where we were extracting DNA and the kids showed me their blog.
Do you write? Do you know how to cursive anymore? Or do you just type everything?
I'm not sure what cursive is.
But there were things that were exactly the same too, like the smell of the cafeteria.
It still smells like baked potato and bacon bits.
Students still use lockers and take notes. And my favorite subjects, drama and English, were a welcome walk down memory lane.
How are you? Oh, grown up.
Mrs. Collins is still teaching AP English, and they're reading Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness, just like I did.
Have the students changed?
No, the students don't change.
My Aunt Patty and Uncle Ken still run the theater department.
Painting lips and pencil lining your brow.
This year's show, Thoroughly Modern Millie. Mine were Evita and Frankenstein.
When will you realize the contributions the new science is making?
She was very dramatic. I remember her saying she wanted to be on a soap opera. She had the best hair. It was huge. She talked too much. I remember having to tell her to be quiet.
Now I get to talk for a living, Aunt Patty. My last stop, student government. I brought a backpack filled with necessities from my high school days, and they made one for me.
Well, every cool person's got to love the Jonas Brothers.
If you wanted to smell good for school, you would shower with Gina Tay. Do you guys ever?
While they couldn't imagine my pre-cell phone, pre-Facebook existence here at Brookwood, I could see that the students were the one constant. They were smart and funny, and they made sure I left with a sense of hope and the latest style.
I mean, really? Like, people actually walk around like this, really? And we wanted you to be in style,
what
too.
Do you see through them?
I guess it just gives you a little bit of shade. And more importantly, you just look cool.
Totally don't get it. Totally don't get it.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm sure they don't get my hair either from the 80s, but that's what's fun about pictures. I did not want to cue the picture.
A 4-year wonderful education, and that's what you'd be remembered for.
I know. It's just one of those things. My mom gave them those pictures, too, by the way. I tried to hide them.